as you guys can see right behind me. And we got a ton of tools and a ton of things to talk about here. So we're gonna go through some of this stuff. We'll let some people get up in the room and we're gonna see what's up with you guys. I hope that you guys get a chance, if you are in the Fort Worth Barber Supply area in Fort Worth, you guys can come and join me 11 a.m. on Sunday. We're gonna be doing a class here. We're gonna be having some fun, shooting some content, and yeah, it'll be a good time. So come on down here. But look, we got a bunch of tools here. You guys see me using this all the time. And actually, out of these two, see if you guys hear the difference. 2 speeds. So this one here is a lot like the Octane. It's just a lot less money. What up, Primetime? Appreciate you jumping in. And this one here has 2 speeds. It's a lot more powerful. But you know what? After using both of these a lot, I actually really like this one. This is the one that I found myself picking up the most. And the other one walked out the door. But let me ask you guys this real quick. Drop a comment right now. Do you guys still use a detachable right now, 2025? Do you still use a detachable? All right, this one here, it's got a removable battery. Originally was the Oster Volt, then it became like the Oster Octane. So yeah, I mean, same great clipper, same quality, and really good and really quick to get down the ball quickly and efficiently. Then we got an Andis. Is this a ZR2?
Actually, that's the Emerge.
Oh, this is the Emerge.
Yeah, the one that doesn't come with the base.
I think it was just that blade that was a little louder. Indiana's in the house. Really's in the house. Let's go. All right, I'm going to put this triple on here. Let's see if it's any loud. That's much better. Somebody probably dropped this blade. My guess. But yeah, do you guys still use detachables or no? So if you don't, there's plenty of other stuff here to see. Listen, if there's anything that you guys want to see, drop a comment. We have access to everything. They got limited editions. I've never even actually seen one of these. I've never used one of these. Lithium FX. This actually looks kind of interesting.
Right here?
Oh, you got it right
That's
there.
the trimmer.
Is this new?
This is the trimmer. They came out with it a couple years ago, but this is a new colorway.
Oh, okay. Feels smaller than the other one. It's like way smaller than the other one.
We call it like a good entry level trimmer.
What's this one retail for?
Like 129.
129. Lithium FX. Comes with the Graphite 2.0 blade. Always got a matching clipper. All right, this definitely got a little heft to it. This one's a little chunky. It's a little chunky. Do these like open more?
They do, but they did. Now everything kind of opens more, so it's all about the same. But
Right. Yep. Okay. I actually just finished writing my review on these right here. So these got the 2 speeds, the Tune 45. So if I hold that, now we're going down to the 2nd speed. Let me ask you guys, do you guys think that you would use 2 speeds in a trimmer? I can see where it makes sense in a clipper, but I just kind of tend to use mine at full speed. It's kind of nice. You got the battery display. You get a good idea of where you're at. And I do got to say, like, ergonomically speaking, like the grip here, this feels great. The little texture that they have here. Let me see if I spin you this way a little bit. You guys can see it's got the little T45s on the handle. And also has a drop top lid. 3 hours of runtime, right? I believe it's 3 hours of runtime. That's the one thing that I wanted to double check when I wrote my script. I was like, yeah, I think it's...
We just got them restocked today, so they haven't been sticking around. I haven't checked the box.
Okay, yeah, so they're saying that these are selling pretty good. That's Edward,
Hey guys.
owner, Fort Worth Barber Supply. You guys know him. You know, he's always here doing his thing, and these guys know everything. These guys know everything there is to know about clippers, really. So if you guys come in here and you're not sure what you want to get, these guys here are very knowledgeable to help you out. And if you're shopping online, you guys could, of course, use my code Eddie, and you can save 10% and you can get something. Oh, what are these going for now? These are the old sleepers.
Yeah, $99.
Old sleepers right here.
And they got them in the new colorway too.
Rusty's been trying to talk to you, Edward. He's
Which
been
one's
trying.
Rusty?
Rusty Blaze YouTube channel. He's on here, man. He's been trying to talk to
I'm
you.
gonna start paying attention, man.
Yeah, he's been trying to talk to you. He's been making graphics and all kinds of stuff. Oh, so this is a new colorway, but it's the same thing?
It's the same thing, yeah.
Okay. So if this is on, right, when we put this, it closes it. These caps are actually like nice quality and it makes you want to hold on to them. I kind of like when you got a nice quality cap on an electric shaver. But I do remember when these came out. These were how much did you say?
Now they're 99. I think they're
$99.
Yeah.
3 hours of runtime still. So yeah, 3 hours of runtime, battery light indicator. Pretty powerful. I mean, this is a pretty good lower costing shaver. So is there any difference in price between the black and the gray?
Nope, same price.
So they're exactly the same, black or gray.
Oh, cool, man. Thanks.
He said he messaged you.
Okay.
He said he messaged you. Now we got the shorty. We got the clicks. I personally love the color scheme in the shorties. I went with the orange, with mine. These are actually pretty compact when you compare them to all right, so here's a clipper a lot of you guys know. This is the Low Pro, right? And if I put these both on the counter next to each other, just to give you guys an idea of, how compact the shorty is compared to the Low Pro. Both great clippers. But these ones here, I think if you're a stylist, if you got smaller hands, if you just, like compact, these are awesome. Great for clipper over comb. They actually got a ton of power. And they actually have the same motor as the Saber 2, which, you got Saber 2s?
Yes.
The Saber 2 right here. So let's see if there's a difference in sound. Still both the same motor. The difference would be you get the all metal housing on the Saber. You get the drop top lid. You get the Echo Crunch blade. And the Echo Crunch blade it's really fun to use, especially when you're nearing to the end of your section. You're getting into that, you're doing all the details. You can hear it, and it kind of lets you know when you're done, and it allows you to move on. We also got the 360 Jeezys over here. Check them out. Let me ask you guys. You guys already ordered these? 360 Jeezy been a pretty hot clipper. A lot of people been wanting it. This is the one that I've been using most of the time. One thing that is probably a little bit hard to see, when you compare the width of this to anything, this is actually about as skinny as a lot of trimmers. So here's a flex trimmer. I mean, these are almost the same width. So it's a lot of fun. Rigo's in the house. He said the rain clipper. They don't know about that yet. So there you go. Look at him. He got me all set up.
There you go.
All right, Hollywood. There we go. He got me all set up over here. Let's go. So, yeah, we got the 360 Jeezys. They have 3 hours of runtime. The N2 vector motor, grip, super powerful. This is watch what happens when I try to stop this. Speeds up, USB-C charging, battery light indicator, and then it is the only vector motor that actually has the Echo Crunch blade. So, again, you can hear your sections. We're going to be shooting content with all kinds of stuff over here. Oh, I didn't even get a chance to... Here we go, right? I'm working my way down the line, guys. I know some of you guys want to see this one. So, yeah, Slimline Pro. It's just super small, size-wise. This one here, it's a bit thicker, but it is very small. They're not... if I put these next to the 360 Jeezy, they're about the same length. I've actually already measured them. They're right around 6 inches, both of them. But when you turn them sideways, that's where you start to see the difference. You got, a very small space here. And, I mean, it's not that much bigger. But, yeah, definitely notice it. Weight-wise, they're pretty comparable. They're not really that huge of a difference there. So here we go. Is this one? That's on full speed. It's on half speed. Half speed? It wouldn't be half speed. No. But no, it's, when I'm using this, for the most part, other than clipper over comb, I was actually able to pretty much do all my haircuts on the lower speed setting. It wasn't a problem at all. And they have wireless charging, which I'm always asking you guys, are you guys curious about, wireless charging? I'm always curious, is this something that you would find yourself using? Almost knocked it down. Then we had to buy it. But yeah, just it's kind of cool. You put it down, it beeps. And it's charging. I'm just curious about it because, I don't know if you guys got room on your station or whatever, but it really doesn't take up much room, and it is pretty convenient. But the one thing I really like about this one compared to a lot of their other stuff is, let's say we go with, a Low Pro or any of these battery ones. Well, these ones, you have to take the battery out to charge it, right? So I have to take this out, put it on a charger, and I have to bring a charger with me, if I travel. But what's kind of nice about this is USB-C charging. So I could literally leave... I can travel light, and I could bring it with me. So, I don't know. Or do you guys prefer a dock? Would you rather have a dock? He said, what's the deal with the metal injection molding? Good question. So, The MIM blade. Actually, do you have a Wahl high vis here?
Yes. Right here.
Oh, okay, I'm looking at it. This is actually one that I wanted to kind of compare because, like, when I was using these, they seem actually pretty similar. However, for me, I can't speak for everybody, but the high vis is a pretty good liner, right? It's very ergonomic. It's fun to make lines with. But when you go to try to remove bulk with this really isn't the one for me. I would run into some issues. Now, on the other hand, the Tomb 45, no issues whatsoever. It will take the hair off the head. However, it's definitely a little skinnier than some of the other blades out there. Actually, I should say this is actually about the same width. I felt like it's skinnier than the normal Babeless blade. Is it?
I think they actually widened. Here's a normal.
Is it wider? Maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe they just cut the base down, but
it's like it seems smaller, but it's not smaller. Yeah. Hold up, y'all. We discovering stuff right now.
Same.
Dude. Well, they're not. Wait, which one's wider? No, they're actually exact same length.
Okay. So just the bottom of it is kind of.
So that's the difference. Yeah. So the bottom of it is cut in. So it's a little deceiving. Yeah. I didn't realize that. I'm kind of glad that because I never actually had one of these next to the other.
And then that blade will fit on all the old Babeless machines as
well. Will it?
Yeah.
So it's still using the same like blade tension system.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is kind of the interesting thing though, is for me personally, I always thought that the best blade they ever made, Babeless, was the OG Gold FX blade. And you know, these DLCs, these graphite blades, they're good on certain hair types, but like me personally, I work on a lot of different types of hair. I got a bunch of old guys that have gray hair, wiry hair, and then I got like everything you can imagine in between. And like some of these blades won't be perfect for all of them, but the Gold FX original blades seem to perform well for all of them, right? But it's been a while since Babeless has come to the table with a blade that I felt like did that, and I do feel like the Tomb 45 trimmer does that. I think it handles pretty much most situations really well. So the metal injection molding, can you give me some information on that?
Yeah, basically it's a mold. I mean, if you think about the way that lead weights are made, it's a mold that lead is poured into. So that's about the extent that I know. Now, what you can do with that is you can get real intricate with the cuts. So like on their clipper blade, very similar to this one. Let me actually pull a clipper blade out so you can see what I'm talking about.
So the molding process.
Well, some are just cut like stamp cut from like steel,
right?
And this one's actually in a mold.
Okay.
And when you do that, you can actually put some. You can literally put like any kind of design. But what they've done, they went in and made extra cuts for oil reservoirs to keep it lubricated longer. But
did they do that on the trimmers too?
They did on this trimmer.
Oh wow, yeah, I didn't know that about this trimmer.
Yeah.
Gee, I'm glad I didn't finish my review.
And Dennis said you can literally put like any design or any kind of cut you want to on the outside.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so that's one of the advantages of the MIM.
One of the kind of interesting things here too is like if you actually, it's kind of hard to see. Let me face it this way so you can see it a little better. All right, so you guys can see, but also inside of each one of the teeth, there's a little bit of a cavity in each one of the teeth. And there's a little cavity there. So each one are allowing you to kind of keep that oil hopefully on the blade for longer, because one thing that I've kind of noticed about barbers is we don't be taking care of our equipment as good as we should. In fact, most of us don't. So keeping some oil around and taking care of it, it's going to make it last a lot longer. So if we can do anything that keeps it on there longer, I'm all for that. And I remember JRL was like the first one I ever seen do it. And they've been kind of quiet, like as far as making clippers. Have they done anything?
No, but you know, this is the only one they made after the original JRL. And
the Onyx.
I almost feel like they didn't have to, right? I feel like
the original one was pretty good.
Then they improved it, and that's where we're at right now. So
yeah. So here you go. You got the JRL blade. One thing that I remember, you know, when this first came out, this is a really good detailing machine, and it definitely has those oil reservoirs. And now they kind of did something like a vapor blade here on this, pretty easy to blend with. And a lot of you guys like this stuff. Drop it in the comments. Are you guys like a fan of this? Out of all the clippers, out of all the trimmers, out of all the stuff I showed you, which one do you guys like the most? He said it's a hair trap for clippers. Oh, man. Well, it might be. It might be. But if you can keep them clean, it's never a bad thing. But here we go. We got the Wahl Vapor. Sounds like a rocket ship taking off. When it gets to speed, it's good. No, but honestly, you guys remember seeing mine? Mine's kind of clicking. And we're going to talk about that pretty soon. So there is a way and we know that way, and we're gonna start talking about that way pretty soon here. So I'm not gonna talk too much about it now, but I'm just curious. Some of you guys who use the floating lever, so like you got a floating lever here, right? And if I pick up the Jeezys, you have a clicking lever. Out of curiosity, if you drop it in the comments, which one do you prefer? I would say it seems to me like the industry has shifted towards clicking.
Absolutely.
Most people that I see at shops, schools, shows, almost all of them are using something that clicks. And I mean, I'm not even being company specific here, but it just seems like most of them, like when people come in, is that like something important to you?
You know, it's I don't know if they realize.
To them, rather?
Yeah, I don't know if it's that important to them. I think it's just kind of common now, but I will say, if Andis has shifted to clicking levers, the industry has shifted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
because Andis has been doing the same.
yeah, Andis finally came out with theirs.
Let's see it.
This run.
Let's see it. It's kind of heavier than I expected.
It is.
It's got a little. What kind of run times does it have?
The box is right there. We just got them a few days ago.
We didn't even get a chance to see this just yet. He said, "Thanks, man. I currently got my first magic clips. I started with them. I got a ceramic stagger tooth. Damn, you're bringing it way back. You're bringing it way back. You just bought the magic clips now? All right, so check this out. This is the new Andis Phenom. I've never even held it. So you guys are seeing the first time it's ever even been in my hand. I got to say, guys, it feels like it's got some substance. It feels like it's got some weight. This is a metal housing on the back. It looks like they still got the blade that they put. It's just the same. That's a little different. Actually, it's got a different name, but it looks the same.
What's the name on the? Is it just they just put Phenom on it?
One says Phenom and one is Phase, and I can actually see they seem to match each other pretty good here.
No, maybe. So the Phenom is the model of the clipper. I don't think it's the blade name. I'm not sure, but.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But I will say, well, how much do you think that cost?
How much?
Now that you've held it.
It actually feels like it's got some pretty good quality.
Okay.
Having not cut with it, just guessing.
Yep.
I really don't have nothing bad to say about this. I would think this would probably be at least 160.
Okay. I think they're on 149 on Andis' website.
149.
I think so. 149, 159. So
and you might get a deal if you come to Fort Worth.
Yeah.
And you might get a deal if you come to Fort Worth. All right, so let's see what kind of runtime they. Oh, they come with.
Yeah.
Oh, they come with the whole magnetic set for one.
Yeah, 140. We have them for 149.
149, and you get the whole magnetic set.
Yeah.
They got USB-C charging or anything?
Two lids.
Oh, they got USB-C. They're only USB-C charging. Well, you know, Andis is looking around now. Because I felt like they buried their head in the sand for like the last couple of years, but it looks like they're coming up for air. 2.5 hours of runtime. I thought with that much weight, we were talking like 4. But I guess 2.5 hours of runtime is still pretty good. What is the Masters?
Let's see.
I'm just curious, like, what...
1.5.
1.5.
Yeah.
So a whole nother hour. Do you think they have like a focus group where they sit around and they're like, I know what to do with this next clipper?
The question is, do they listen to the focus group?
I don't know. Do you guys feel like Andis is listening to barbers? Because I know Andis has some hitters around them. They got some barbers that know what they're doing, that know what they're talking about. And honestly, if they listen to them, they'd probably be better off. What is this?
That's the new Kenny Duncan Envy.
Okay. That lever is tight. That lever is tighter than a frog's ass. We'd have to loosen that up. But nah, what do you guys think about these? It's a cool colorway.
Yeah. I
used the Envies, I think, one time. And then they walked out of my shop.
So I think the box says...
What's this?
It's actually more powerful.
What is it? Oh, switch the lever on the other side?
Lever. Yep.
Oh, you guys see that? I don't know who came up with that. Was it the Cyborg? A lot of people actually still really love this clipper. Kenny, one of my other barbers, man, he won't put this down. It's like one of these things, like if you love it, you love it. And he says, I started cutting hair and watching videos about cutting hair thanks to YouTube Barber Academy and all the tips, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, man. So if you got a magic clip still at this day and age, let me just show you something real quick. All right, that's a magic clip. And I could literally pick up anything else on this table. And I know you can't feel it in your hands, but actually this is a lot more powerful than the magic clip used to be. You could tell.
That's the old one.
Is it the old one?
This is the updated one. It's got a new motor.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
That one's more powerful.
I figured that they would have updated.
Nope. They updated and put a new color on.
Oh, they do sound completely different.
Yeah.
So a lot of people kind of like these for fading because they run sort of slow, but there are so many things on this table. So what does a Magic Clip cost? The new Magic Clip.
139, 159, somewhere in that range.
If it's 139, it's still not a terrible deal, because I was gonna say, like, if they inch towards 200, they're getting blown out of the water by practically everything else on this table. So like, financially speaking, as long as they're around 129, and as long as you come down to Fort Worth Barber Supply and buy it, it's a good deal.
Yeah.
Use the code Eddie10. Nah, but you know, everybody's gonna love. Some of these are like the first clippers that we had that were cordless that were like faders. So there's always going to be a place for a lot of love for these machines. But really, if I had to pick anything on this table, like all the stuff that's sitting here, this probably would not be what I would pick up, just personally. But I guess it's kind of all what you're after. If you're struggling with fading and blending, I would try something magnetic. If you got a magnetic motor, this is one of the easiest things in the world to fade with. You can literally swipe all the way up into a section that you should be nowhere near, and you will not have an issue. You'll be able to get through it. And I actually still pull out the ergo all the time at the end of my haircut. You guys see me with a Rogue, I pull that out and I polish off the end of my haircut. When I got issues, I always keep one around, and we actually have one with a blur blade on it. You guys sell blur blade too?
We had them a few of them.
Yeah, dude. If you pair a blur blade with an ergo, it's an outstanding combination. Is this where it goes?
Yep.
Huh. That's not.
No, that's the 245 power pod.
Oh, that's the 245 power pod. You guys see, I just put the ergo in here. I'm like, wait a minute, that's not factory. I was around for the design of this. I had the first prototypes of this. So obviously I got a lot of love for Stylecraft and all the Stylecraft stuff on here because I was around when we started making it. And speaking of which, this one here, you guys seen me on the live the other day. I was using this, and a lot of you guys were asking questions between the 360 Jeezy and the Metal Instincts, and there's about the same in price, right? They're
about
pretty
the same,
pretty close.
10 $15 difference, yeah.
About $10 difference. Which one's more expensive? The Jeezy?
I think the Jeezy, yeah.
Jeezy's a little more expensive, but you're getting 4 hours of runtime, a metal housing, and essentially the same motor. And the trade-off is you're not getting the Echo Crunch blade. It says say something racist in the store. Why would I say? That's your contribution to this live. Thank you, bro. That's very important to you. But yeah, you'll notice a big difference if you're coming from a Magic Clip, if you're coming from something, if your clipper's getting a little bit older, if it's starting to get a little bit louder, or if you just want to try something new, because honestly, that's a lot of what makes it fun. It's fun to swing a new golf club. It's fun to go to work and have, different tools and try different things. I think like part of the reason I buy them is for YouTube, but the other part is like it's a lot of fun to go to this, go to the shop, open up something different, and use something different. It's like a new pair of shoes. Someone got kicked out. Rusty's on it, boy. Rusty's one of my moderators.
Okay.
So Rusty just removed him. He got thrown out. He got thrown out like a drunk from the bar. But yeah, I mean, based on what I see here, 2.5 hours of runtime, metal body. I don't know if it crunches. I really don't know what it would be like to cut. I'm sure it would cut some good hair. I guess like the only thing that I've noticed is this lever. It just feels like a little, it doesn't feel as solid as pretty much everything. Like this lever compared to this lever.
That little play in it.
It just feels a little different. Like you could see this one has a track on it, and that's what a lot of them use. They use a track and a pin. This one probably is using some kind of washer or something inside. So that's kind of the difference there. But I mean, it seems like a decent value. It doesn't seem terrible. This, like, ergonomically in my hand, I feel like your hands would have to be pretty big. Like to be comfortable with this, or it would have to do something special for me to want to pick up. But you know what? If you're holding it this way, it definitely feels kind of big. But honestly, if you're holding it this way, it's not really that bad. It's kind of actually tapers in and comes here. And there's people that love this clipper. I've seen a couple of people. I think Sophia Staygold
loves it.
I've seen her using this all the time in a lot of her content. She must really like it. Obviously, she has access to everything else. So, any difference between the gold Magic Clip and the black?
No, just price.
Just price?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Price is higher for the gold?
Yep.
This is the gold standard.
Because when they packaged it, they included a charger and all the premium guards.
Okay. So at least you're getting something. Yeah. See, that was always kind of like a little bit of a curiosity with Wahl. Sometimes you get, even back when they recorded, you would get guards. Sometimes you get premium guards. Sometimes you get no guards.
Yeah.
You just were never really sure when you opened that box. Like it was like life's like a box of chocolates. You never knew what you were gonna get. FX3, old sleeper. This one has always performed well. So like when I go down like the best trimmers of 2025, since when did this come out? Like 2021?
Yeah, the red ones, right?
Yeah, the red ones. These have been out for so long. Yeah. They're like smaller than the Slimline Pro. You have a Slimline Pro?
Nope.
Good.
Got
we got this. This was not my favorite. It's honestly, this is almost more like for probably like a stylist or something. You know, somebody who just had really small hands, maybe do a couple of neck trims, but like getting into like a big barber project, a design, probably wouldn't want to use it. Oh shoot, you got the Johnny B ones.
Yeah.
Oh, this is new. I got one in my garage that I didn't open yet.
Purple is good.
I think I got the purple one. Got popped off the whole thing together. But yeah, these are basically a Uno 2.0. You could tell by the USB-C. And they're the Johnny B edition. So for those of you guys who are fans of Johnny B and you want to support them, this is a good way to do it. But there's a couple different ways to use this. A lot of people don't think about it. Obviously, like, you can use it for getting into the hard-to-reach spots. Like, I used to use it all the time for shaving under my mustache, but I decided to grow out my beard, like, entirely. So I'm trying something new, so don't give me no crap. But getting into the hard-to-reach spots, doing lower fades, tapers, things like that, that's where you would think that this would be the most useful, but that's not where it's most useful. It's most useful, and the thing that I use it the most for, let's say I'm trying to get a line out, my trimmer's not getting it out, I've tried out my clippers, I've tried everything I can think to do. I take this, and I tap on the scalp and come down with it. So when you come down, you come with the grain. This has just a way that you can just really isolate it, just barely use a little bit of the blade. And it's better than using any like the bigger shavers to try to do that, because you could just cause another issue somewhere else. And a lot of times I'll actually take it and I'll literally use it this way, and I'll come up this way with it, just to get real detailed with it. So I'm going to be over here, you guys, for the next couple of days. We're going to go live a couple of times. We're going to do some things. We'll probably go live during a haircut or something tomorrow at some point. We're going to come here, shoot some content, have some fun. And I could actually put some of this to work on the head. We have all of the stuff here. So when we do that live tomorrow, I come over here, we go live. We can definitely go and pick up anything that you want in the store. And we'll do a haircut with it. So we'll find somebody to cut. Or we'll shave Rafa's hair.
That'll work.
Rafa said for $1,000, you can shave his whole head. Okay, so we will split it, me and Rafa, 500 each. He's like, I'm the one with the bald head, bro. Because Rafa does not have all the tools to do it himself.
I don't. Not enough.
So how many clippers should a barber have on his station? Let's just a random poll. What do you think, Rafa?
You asking me?
100. He sells clippers, so he's going to say at least 19.
Yeah, 19.
No, but honestly, how many?
How many do you have?
I'm the worst person to ask, because I'm like a habitual purchase.
Max.
4?
Clippers, not trimmers.
4 clippers.
4 clippers max.
6. Primetime says at least 6, including trimmers. So he's including trimmers.
Including trimmers.
Yeah, if we include trimmers, I think like a minimum.
3 trimmers.
A bare minimum would be, I want at least 2 clippers and 2 trimmers. That would be a bare minimum. I'm going to a show. I'm an expert. I know what I'm doing. I know what I can do with the clippers I brought. 2 clippers, 2 trimmers. But in the shop, I might confront something weird where it might make me want to grab a different clipper. Maybe I want my Rogue. I might not bring my Rogue to the show. But in the shop, some dude comes in with some really weird hair mixed up with a bunch of different kind of textures, a bunch of different growth patterns, then I might just grab, something different.
Detachables.
Then there's detachables,
Yeah, dude.
And if you got it, I would say, like, what do I actually use on a day-to-day? If I'm not testing, if I'm just doing haircutting for the day, I'll probably use at least 2 clippers, sometimes 3. I actually have my saber. I put a taper blade on my saber. So that's like my,
Cocco tape.
No, just a regular taper. But who knows? There could be some Meccos in the future. So, and one other thing, too, Where them ghost razors hiding at?
Oh, back there, purple boxes. They
Purple.
changed the colors.
Oh.
Bottom, bottom, bottom.
Oh, here they go. Check these out, y'all. All right, what's y'all favorite razors? I personally have tested so many razors, and I know a lot of you guys like the Dorco, and a lot of you guys like a lot of different brands, and I'm sure some of them are good, but I've just had so much good consistency with the Ghost Blades. These are definitely my favorite. What's actually really cool about these two is when you open them up, they're already snapped in half. You can literally just slide them into your razor. I like using a Turkish style razor a lot. One question I get all the time, man, that like my clients ask me all the time, they're like, is there a way that I can do lining on my beard and trim it down? And the answer would be, you want to get you some guards for a trimmer. Here are some guards that will fit all your Stylecraft and Gamma trimmers. So that's kind of a potential solution. Might not be, completely the solution. Everybody's a little bit different. But we got these different charging pods. So you could charge 2 of the FX1 batteries. Charges 2 FX1 batteries, and you can connect multiple of these bases together. So I guess if you're working with the Babeless system, or you could just get, they do sell those separate. I didn't even know that. So let's see what else we got on this wall here. We got a lot of blades here. I think we need to do a detachable fade, you guys. I feel like it's time for a throwback, and we do a detachable fade. And they got all the different color blades. Got a Fat Master blade right here. That one jumps out at me. I feel like a Blur blade was hanging here, but they're gone. They sell these in 3-packs now. These are the Stylecraft Studio brushes. And apparently these are doing pretty good. But for whatever reason, it seems like brushes get up and they walk away. And it can be pretty easy to lose them. Oh, this is what I need, dude. My beard is so dry. How many ounces? Which one do you guys think is the best? The best one here. Octane detachable blades, they got you, bro. They got all the blades. I gotta smell this stuff. I hope it's open. Oh, there's some tape in my way. I'm gonna break it. Wow, that thing is on there pretty good. They gotta have one that's open. Only got one sample. Man, all these are not open. I don't have any beard oil with me on this trip, and my beard feels like super, super dry right now. So we're stealing some. I don't know if this is a good one or not. This one's called Spice Vanilla. Let's try it. Oh my God, it smells great. It smells great. Ready? Let's see how thick is it. Oh wow, it's actually very thick. I'm telling Ralph I'm stealing this. Oh man, getting some beard oil in after a long day. You guys would not believe how windy it was here today. We went and played golf, and it was like 40-mile-an-hour wind. Why do you guys have so many Andis Masters corded here? They got a whole bunch of corded Masters here. Look at this. Oh, they're not zero gap. That one ain't. What is going on with this? Why do they have all these? Man, it's been a long time since I cut hair with these. Hey, Cody, you remember these? We had these at school. For a while, these were in the kit. That stuff smells good. I can smell it. Oh man, that's a nice beard. Stealing that. I don't want nobody to buy it because I already used it. I wonder which is like the best selling like scent here. They got Sweet Tobacco, that probably does good. Absolute Mahogany. It's hard to tell because, well, actually, it looks like the one I used. There's less of the one I used. That must mean that it's the best one. A statement. I've never personally used this. I've heard good things. What is this? Man-made wash, Spice Vanilla. Oh my God, I want to smell it. It probably smells just like the one on my hands. Let's see what else they got. Oh, here we go. Here's a sleeper of a product, y'all. Here's a sleeper of a product. I don't know if you guys have ever used this. Temptation. But what this is basically enhancement in a can. You can spray it. It's aerosol. And if you are new to doing enhancements, or if you have a client, this is a situation I use it a lot in, is like if I have a client that is not sure if they want to go with enhancements, if they're a little bit weary about it, that stuff washes out. So I'm like, hey, let me put this in. If you want to wash it out, you can, you know. Laura Rome says, my daughter wants to be a barber. What do you suggest to buy her? What brand machine? Well, there's a lot of great machines out here, and for her, if, you know, she's got smaller hands and she probably doesn't want to lift something too heavy, and I don't know, you know, if she's gotten started or whatever, but a really, really good starter would be like an ergo. Ergos are magnetic. They're super small. They're really comfortable in the hand. They come in a lot of cool colors that a lot of ladies like. And you can get these in, they have rose gold. They come with 3 different lids when you buy them. So it's a pretty awesome way to get started. And I will say something. Maybe it's a little controversial. Maybe it ain't. But I'm going to say something. AI is coming. I just made a post about this the other day. Like, AI is going to be taking a lot of jobs away from a lot of people. And it's all going to happen within the next 5 to 10 years. I don't know if you guys seen Elon Musk the other day talking about how there's going to be literally millions of humanoid robots within the next 10 years. They're going to do everything from, you know, your grocery store to self-driving cars. They're saying, like, in the next 5 years, over 50% of the miles that are driven are going to be autonomous. Over 10 years, it's going to... So where I'm going with this, though, is the barber industry is safe. There's not going to be no machine or humanoid robot that comes in here and automates this. It's just not ever going to be possible. You might think, if you're a scientist, you're going to be able to replace this, but you cannot replace the feeling of walking in the door, being with people, being in the community, having people suggest things about your hair. I just think that if you get started with barbering now, you're going to be so far ahead of the game, it's not even funny. In 5 to 10 years, not only are you going to be ahead of the game, and not only is your job going to be safe, you're going to be established. So I think that the reality is, getting into this industry now, there's really never been a better time. It's growing bigger and bigger every year. The shows are getting bigger. There's more unity than I've ever seen. There's more machines and more, you know, just there's just so many good reasons to become a part of this outside of the, you know, just general cutting hair. There's a million other ways you can make money. You can rep for a company. You can become, you know, you can become proficient in a million different things, and you can make a lot of money in this industry. And, you know, I don't take any of that for granted. I think all that's true. I think all that really is happening. I think a lot of people are going to be out of a job, and what are they going to go to? I'm sitting here and I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, what jobs are really going to be, like, safe? And I'm not coming up with all that many. And, you know, I just think it makes a lot of sense to get into the service industry. Yeah, the ergo is definitely very ergonomic. I think she would wind up really liking that. That's consistently been a top seller, and it was rated #1 clipper for a bunch of years. And now there's just so many things that have come out, but it's still one of these clippers that you're probably going to see in almost every barbershop. When you walk into a barbershop, if I walk into a barbershop around here somewhere, I guarantee you there's going to be somebody cutting hair with an ergo that just loves it. So you'll be happy with your purchase there. And if any of you guys are in the Fort Worth Barber Supply area and you want to come in, hang out, we're going to be here Sunday. I'll be here from Sunday at 11 a.m. I'll actually probably be here earlier. You're welcome to come earlier. Hang out with me. Come get a haircut. Come chill out. And we'll do a little bit of class, a little hands-on learning. We were going to do something in Oklahoma City. That didn't work out. And now we're here. So now it's going to be a little bit more chill. And we're just going to kind of, you know, have some fun. So if you want to come down, get a haircut, shoot some content with me, whatever, we'll be hanging out Sunday, 11 a.m. And we are currently in Fort Worth right now. Originally from Florida this morning. But yeah, we're here in Fort Worth, and the weather couldn't be better, guys. It's really nice out. So with that being said, I'm going to let you guys go, and I will talk to you guys. We'll be going live a couple more times. We'll be doing some things. She goes, oh, Lord, I'm in Vegas. We'll see you at Vegas Barber Expo. All right, yeah, give me a shout tomorrow, Rusty. All right, you guys, we do have over 1,000 videos to help you learn. Subscribe if you're not already. Smash the thumbs up, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace, I'm out.